motorbiking is for me, or was for me, very important when I was at the age of 15, 16, because it gave me a feeling of becoming independent. You have to know I grew up in a very small village of about 1,000 inhabitants, and when we had holiday seasons, it was sometimes fun, but sometimes also very boring because you couldn't get away anywhere. And then at the age of 16, I got my first motorbike, a SouthAfrica 50cc, allowed to drive 40 kilometers, which is about 25 miles, but I tuned it to go for 40 miles, that means 70 kilometers. Yes, and that gave me a lot of independence, going where I wanted to, because the next city was away 10 to 15 kilometers, and it was very hard to do that by bike and not very amusing, but with my SouthAfrica 50cc I could do it quite easily. And yes, I became independent with that from my parents, and let's say the area where I could look around became bigger and bigger and bigger, and that was a great thing to do. But then, when getting 18, I was awarded from my parents the money to make my driver's license, but only for cars, because they said motorbiking is by far too dangerous, so you can't do that. And yes, I went to work, and at the age of 21 I made one lesson, and then I had my license for motorbiking and bought my Honda XL 500S. And yes, with that it became not only independence, it became freedom.
Every now and then I think about him. I heard that he got married, he moved down to the States. 2 kids with his beautiful bride. Now I don't ride a motorbike, though I still have my license. Trying to make sense of all the years and how the road unwinds. I wonder, does he ever think about that time? If you're gonna ride, gravity is pivotal. Careful of a
XL 500S. Actually, to be honest, I wanted to have a Yamaha XT 500, but it was a little bit more expensive and didn't have the money, so I went for the Honda. And an enduro, for me, I don't know why exactly, but enduro I always let's say had 2 things which I found fascinating. The first one was the motor characteristic. It has a lot of power coming from, let's say, beneath, so you can ride quite softly and smoothly, and then you pull the throttle and then it comes bop, 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 and you get going. And the second thing, it takes you where you want to, so you can go off-road, and you can do the tracks you want to. You don't have to be to stay on the street, and that was, as I said before, it was the feeling of let's say being free and having a lot of good feeling. South Africa, yes. That came up when I was at your age. I think it was 32, 33. I was playing with my daughter and with her friend, and we were talking about where to go on this planet, and the kid said we have to go to Africa because there are the wild animals, the lions and the elephants and all this kind of stuff, and they were, let's say, that's passionate about that, which made me yes, feeling I have to go there. That was let's say now more than 25 years ago when we had this game going on, and I didn't make it because I had to work and yes, had to grow my family and all this kind of stuff, and I always put it aside. And 2 years ago I was talking to my wife where to go on this planet, and I said, actually I have to go to South Africa, I have the feeling. And she said, go for it, go for it. And then she asked, how do you want to do it? Yes, and I said, actually I want to do it with a bike, with an enduro, with off-road. And she said, okay, Guy, you are now 55. So if that's possible, I don't know. And I said, I think I can do it, and started a little bit of training, and went to Crete first for getting some experience. And yes, then I found a guy in New York, his name is JP, and he said, hey Guy, I take care of you. If you go there, I go with you. And yes, now it's April 2017, and we are there. We are sitting here at the Orange River and doing a great tour of about 10 days. And yes, we traveling South Africa on gravel roads, on dusty roads, very bumpy, very exhausting. So we are happy in the evening to get to our lodges, but it's fantastic.
Sacha, Arnaud Biscay, en direct de New York. Totanzara, 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 Totanzara. Hey, Africa, yalla sarasimo, Totanzara, Tongase, Tongase. Africa, yella sarasimo, Tongase, Tongase, Tongase. Africa, yella sarasimo, Tongase, Tongase, Tongase. Africa, yella sarasimo.
As I said, it's first freedom, then secondly it's excitement, and thirdly it's getting parts of the world known where I wouldn't get by car or by bicycle or my feet.
Wake up, good morning. This is Dakar, l'Afrique Italie. This is Senegal. Wake up, good morning. This is Dakar, Yusuf Italy. This is Africa, Lo Japon nanga kuba. Mangi fi tay, mangi fi elo. Bes bu ne day delu si nanga ko gam la ko day. Wake up, good morning. This is Dakar calling. L'Afrique Italie. This is Senegal calling. Wake This is the cartone.
Anga kafembe. Anga
This is the cartone.
Aye wuli dugu jara
Oh, we don't
Dakar wulendo
need it.
farafina ben daga juru siraka
Senegal
Senegali wulila Yusuf ben daga juru siraka Dakar wulila farafin an bɛɛ ka wuli n'an bi fɛ farafina ka kɛ anw sago ye farafina ka kɛ an ka bɛn an'an ka sabati n'an ka kɔrɔta ye an ka jɛ an ka wuli ɲɔgɔn fɛ fila fɔ an ka wuli la an bɛɛ ka jɛ an ka wuli
Wake up, this is the cartone. Wake up, this is the cartone. Wake up, good morning. This is the cartone. La freedom parade. This is the cartone. Wake up, good morning. This is the cartone. This is Africa Corner. Wake up, good morning. This is the cartone. La freedom Italy. This is Senegal Corner. Wake up, good morning. This is the cartone. Yusuf Italy. This is Africa Corner.
Nandu jera kantege di nyoma jamana betani ima isuwili lenye Senegali bedu wilila kanga je kakekeleni faso katani farafina beiriwa